I've got it all cleared out and stripped back as far as I want to take it now, and I've taken an extra floorboard up, which has given me a bit more space to be able to work into, and I'm going to insulate it all, and I've got some ideas on doing that. But first of all, I think I've already said that you can see where the curtain rails are fastened from underneath, and if you look at from the lounge, it's the same as up here, and there's no distance between the actual window and the ceiling, so the curtain rails have just been, and including this room as well, it's just been fastened in. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to I've got some old pallet wood actually, so I'm going to cut these, flatten this down, and fasten some pallet wood across there between the joists, so that when I come to do the lounge, and I want to put curtains up, or even other pieces of wood to hold curtains, they've got something to screw into rather than just things like these plugs. And I mean, it's not really satisfactory, and if they had heavy curtains, I wonder they haven't come down, to be quite honest. But yeah, the other thing is you can see, now I've cleaned it all out, you can see the lime mortar, which is very interesting. I mean, to be honest, I think the guys who did this back in the day, I suppose back in the 1930s, they had to use local sand and wood, and probably even the floorboards were either made on site or very locally. And I think overall, I think they've done a good job, to be quite honest, for the standards that they were working to, and the exactness that they were working to is high, I think. I mean, you know, there is big gaps here. You can see there's a quite a large gap, and in fact it's gapped all the way up. If I can get, you can see there, just see, but they're all there. So it does need sealing up, and I'm in two minds, and either to get some I'll just go wide angle, yeah, either to get some foam, spray foam, and just fill it in there. Now it will come out the outside, but then I can go up some ladders and just scrape it off, but just to seal it up there. You can also see here I've got some cavity wall. The cavity walls are insulated in this house, and you can see where this must be an open cavity, because on both sides of this window bay you can see where the cavity wall insulation is falling in. So I'm going to seal this up as well, just to close the cavity up. Again, either some wood or maybe a bit of foam, you know, spray foam. But first of all, I think the job is really just to, so I've got this pallet wood, and actually to fasten it between the joists here, cut these plaster pieces off to make them flat, and then establish this wood around the bay, so that when I go to do the lounge, I know there's a piece of wood above it and I can just screw straight into it. Right, I've cut the first piece, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some contact spray just as a primer, like a primer. I'm going to use some grip film, Evo Sticks grip film or something similar. Plenty on there, because it's going to basically just stick to the lats. Hopefully you can see down there that I've cut the tops off the lats, or the plaster, cut the plaster tops off to make it smooth. I'll just put another bit of prime. Well, basically it's spray adhesive. You can get the stuff from anywhere really. It says instant contact adhesive. I'm not sticking it with that, but I'm using it as a primer just to help the grip fill stick. Put this piece in, put some pressure on, some force. And that'll be it. So I'm going to measure out the width of this wood, which is about 4-inch piece of wood. So I'll just mark it. It's that back there. Doesn't have to be accurate. And 1/8 for imperial, which I'm imperial. 15 and 1/8. That seems to fit okay. So a bit of primer on. Very decent. Certainly wouldn't have had any of this sort of stuff in the 1930s. I'm doing it like this just so it goes across all the lats, because if it gets across the lats then it'll help to support it. I mean, it's supported curtains now, so that's an issue in the future by putting this on. And I'm taking it up to that piece of wood there. Goes like the top of the window lintel. There we go. So yeah, piece number 2 now. Right, I've got it all cleared out, and it's definitely the curtain rail because I pushed the plugs through and it dropped down in underneath. You can see the bit of light there now. So yeah, so right, so ready for the next phase. I'll cut the wood. Measure up for my new piece, which goes into that corner there, up to here, which is 26.5 inches or thereabouts. Again, trim it in a bit. Right, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's nice. There's something making it rock, so there's something out definitely. What's in there? Oh, there we are. Just go scrape a little bit out. Right, well that's nice. Okay, so spray adhesive here. Again, I'm just using it as a primer. go in there. Got the grit fill on. Yeah. Very good. Press down. And that's it. Right, that'll do for that. And there we have it. There we go. I've put some extra adhesive in here as well, just to support it on the ends as well. But yeah, it looks all nice and neat. Now the other reason to prime it as well is that if you've got a dusty area, you vacuum it out as much as you can, and then when you use the spray, although it puts glue down, it also blows it and blows any last little bits away. So that's another reason for just priming it. But you get a lot better adhesion with the grit fill with that. And what I'm doing, I'm just drilling in between the lats where the biggest gap is, rather than actually onto the lat. So. What I've decided to do here, I've drilled some holes here so that although I can get the foam, the spray filler foam in there, I don't know how far back it'll go, so I've drilled some holes in here, and when I see the foam coming out of here and also out of here, I know that it'll be full. I've just had a thought. Before I start putting the expanding foam in there, I'm going to do something about these. I've actually got some sort of like a resin mix. It's a patch mortar, and I think it'd be ideal for there. So I think I'm going to do that first. Deep gap ready mix filler. Fills deep holes in one application, crack resistant. Now, I've used this for years, and although this one looks like it's at the top of it. So this is how it works. Remove any little bits and pieces, that stones and stuff like that. Oh, no, that's in there. Go through all the lats. There, yeah, pushed it through. And basically I'm doing the same as what they did with lime mortar. It works fine at the moment. In fact, forget that. I'll just put a bit of primer on, because it won't stick in very well. I've mixed it up again. I think I've left this to go dry. It usually sticks very well. Now that's better. Well, that's better. You don't have to be too tight with this stuff, because I mean I think it's about £4 or £5 a pot. It's not expensive. Sometimes the things that have been out the longest work the best. Yeah, that's the first one done. And that's it. Yeah, it's gone in quite well in the end. So what I did, I used the adhesive spray just to prime it again, and it's gone in a bit fiddly to get it in there, but it's gone in quite nicely, so quite pleased with that. So now we can get on with the expanding foam. So right, this again. That's it. I think we'll call that job well done. It doesn't seem that much more quiet now I've sealed it up. I'm sure there's a few more, but I've still got a lot more to do, but at least I've got the main bits done and I can't see daylight anymore. So yeah, so I managed to get a little bit in here which you could see. We could feel a draft, you couldn't actually see through, but I've got some there. But I'm going to have to buy some more film for up here. But I'm just going to concentrate on this section now, down to the top of the window, I suppose, from downstairs. So I'm going to let all that dry. So well, this is it. And yes, well, you can see that, but it has come out. The edges. Not much though. Let's have a look, see if it's come out anywhere else. It doesn't seem to have come out anywhere else there. Oh, I can just, I don't think the camera's picking this up, I can just see a little bit coming out of there. Looks like, yeah. And oh yeah, there's a bit there. Well, at least it's not all open to the elements now.